So here we are at a very pivotal moment in this franchise mode. This off-season, lots of extension possibilities, free agent possibilities, and big decision about jumps and who's gonna play where, including on the goaltender side of things. So this could get very interesting. If you guys are enjoying this series, of course, hit that like button. And once again, unfortunately, no winners to read off from last season's point scoring contest. Akira Schmid was the best goaltender. No one had faith in our boy Quinn Hughes to lead the league in points. And William Nylander leading the league for forwards and points too may have thrown some people off as well. But best of luck to everyone in this coming season. I've offered some coaches some contracts already, a forward coach for the AHL, as well as a goalie coach. And then I'm also getting a goalie coach for the NHL. This is going to be a generalist with A+ teaching. We've tried that before, and because I want good teaching, I want the guys to grow, but I also want to get better performance. It seemed like when we did that before, the goaltender performance was quite good. So we're going to experiment with that again. We can always fire them if we want to. Now, when it comes to who we get in free agency, again, it's kind of going to be a little bit dependent on who's playing where. And I was mulling this over and asking you guys as well. On the forward end of things, especially with all those young guys. Pasternak, Middlestad, that's our 1-2 on the first line. Gavin CynFtWProductions should be the 1-2 on the second line. So you're trying to fill in the other roles. Burke, Borodziak, Rubrek, they could all possibly be at least on the second line. Maybe even on the first. So then you're kind of stuck in an interesting spot where you have too many of them to all of them go into the top 6. So either 1 or 2 odd man out and 1 or 2 in free agency. But then you have to decide who the heck's going to play on that third line as well. So it's a tough call. It really is. But I think the guy that we're for sure getting is Mark Stone. Like that's a no-brainer in my eyes. He just makes a ton of sense for a 1-year deal. So we're gonna grab him. And since we have $27 million for this year, we're gonna pay him $8 million. That should be enough. We might be able to stretch it a bit more. I'm just gonna do it because I don't want to lose him. Let's do 8.5. Can honestly do 9 for a year just to make sure. This should be okay. This is over 2 mil his asking price. So let's do that for Mark Stone. Now on the other side, what I'm thinking is, I know someone mentioned Skinner. That's another winger. Yes, Borodziak can play middle, but I kind of also want a guy who can play center. That, to me, means either bringing back Roslovic or bringing in Novak. They essentially have the same face-offs. Roslovic is slightly better. Novak may be slightly better defensively. Roslovic has a better shot. And better face-offs. And he also, well, has right-wing capability. Not exactly left-wing. I think we'll bring back kind of what we know. It just makes a bit more sense to me. 7.5 should get him. We should still have options as well. Now, he could play second, third, and anywhere, really. So if we get Stone and Roslovic, that gives us... Oh yeah, we also need a depth guy. Need a new depth piece at least, and probably some other stuff. I'll have to take a look again, just at our general roster situation. But yeah, we want a new depth piece. O'Connor, hello. Pretty solid. I'd like if he could take faceoffs as well, but that's an option, is Logan O'Connor. Cartier cannot take faceoffs, really. Better offensively. He's definitely a better offensive option. We do have guys who can take faceoffs. So we could do some shifting around. I should stick with forwards only. That'll make this a lot easier. Patterson. Kopp has a team in. Oh my goodness, I'm going for Andrew Kopp here. I know he's on the older side. He may even decline, but he's really exactly what I'm looking for here for depth. So we'll get him. We have to overpay, of course, but that's all right. We got the money for it. So Stone, Rosovic, Kopp. That fills out your forward grouping pretty much. If we get them both. And then I have to check on what we need. I felt like we needed like one defenseman. I'm not too sure though. So if you add in Stone and Rosovic, 6, 9. Yep, and you have your fourth line and then the depth guy coming in. 10, 13. Okay, we have more than enough forwards. Defensively, you got your 7. And again, really need Vieno to get there. Who the hell knows if he's gonna? Yeah, we need one defenseman. Just to have a depth. We'll probably use Langlois as depth. However the hell you say it. But I'm gonna go with left defenseman too. And likely two-way. Two-way D23, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, Caden Price looks good. We'll get him for a couple years. He could make it up to top 6. 23 at 77. He could definitely make it up to top 6. So we'll sign him. And yeah, when it comes to goalies, we could sign someone. That would involve us trading someone. What I kind of want to do, and with that new goaltender, is hand it to the younger guys. I know someone's concerned. It's like, it seems like a rebuilding move, but these guys are gonna be the long term. Kufta should grow. He should jump. Warner, and then we'll have Greaves spend a year in. Oh, actually, we have, because Clark is a exemption. Okay, well, never mind. We actually, because Clark's an exemption for this year. Okay, that kind of settles it. We should move for a goaltender. The issue is someone's playing. 2 people are going to be playing below their role. Likely in Greaves and Warner, depending on jumps and stuff. Yeah. Greaves is okay to do that. Warner, it's like, oh, shoot. Well, I mean, again, he could still grow and stuff if he's better than Greaves. If he jumps enough. Alright, well, I should definitely sign a goaltender, I think. Yeah, totally, yeah. That's actually one of our exemptions. I wasn't expecting that. Alright, so that settles it. We will get a goaltender. Swayman, I'm not doing more than 1 year. Samsonov, he was good-ish. He was okay in the playoffs and stuff, too. Swayman has no X factors. What's Samsonov want for a year? Yeah, that's doable. 7.5 for a year. Okay, and that should be everything. Depth piece, 2 forwards, and 1 depth D for the A. Or a new guy for the A, and we can use Langlois' depth. That should be everything. So let's advance a couple days here. We'll get extensions in place. Okay, we got a new NHL goalie coach, that generalist. He's a B with A+ teaching. We got the new AHL assistant forward coach with A teaching. And then it's just like a goalie coach. There he is for the AHL. Okay. That's interesting. I'm not giving up Forrest, and this is a bad trade. But there is interest in Warner, by the looks of it. I'm not willing to do it quite yet, though. I gotta wait till at least after jumps to make a move like that. If I decide to shed a goaltender. And again, it doesn't have to be this year because we have an exemption, so might as well not do it, really. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Alright, we got Kopp. Giftopoulos extended. Holloway extended. Rubrek extended. We got Caden Price. Micah McLeod didn't want... Okay, yeah, because I tried to get him a three-way, a 3-year two-way. That makes sense. Pushkarev extended. Still waiting on the big boys. Okay, we got Roslovic back. Come on, Stone. We got Samsonov. We got Mark Stone. Burke extended. Pettinger extended. Every single person extended, I think. Besides the ones we haven't offered to yet, including McAvoy. Which I was thinking about waiting until, Alright, I do want to keep around McLeod, so... Let's just give him a one-year two-way, that's fine. Still gives us time to decide what we want to do with him. I was pushing my luck with that 3-year. Alright, let me look at that. I know someone said that's not too bad. It's kind of bad. I want to see if it goes down. If I can save some money... You know, yeah, we have money for next season, but... Especially with Hughes coming off, but I'm just not comfortable splashing around 13 million or 12 million for McAvoy. He is probably worth it. But I do also want to be kind of careful. We did get a lot of team-friendly deals. Like, this is true. But if we can load up, I'm going to load up. If we can avoid very, very tricky cap situations, I'm going to avoid it. So, I think that's it. I'm just going to... Yeah, I'm going to advance a couple more days just to make sure we're not... Don't have anything else. We do not. Alright, so that's it. We got our team situated. It's going to be tricky to set the lineups here, but it's going to depend on jumps for me. So, we'll see what happens here. I'll look to get the lines set up, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so, right now, these are the lines that I'm thinking of running. Stone, Middlestat, Pasternak, top line. Burke, Gavin, and CynFtWProductions on the second line. Then Rubrek, Brodziak, and Roslovic. Now... If you play Brodziak in the middle, he has the same face-offs as Roslovic. You get a +1 for Roslovic being in his secondary position, so that's what we're going to roll with. Fogel, Trenin, Ruzicka on the fourth. Now, this gets a little tricky. Hughes, McAvoy, Pettinger, Pushkarev, and then I'm putting Vieno and Giftopoulos here. Neither Giftopoulos or Holloway frickin' grew. But Vieno is now listed as top 6. So we're putting him in there with Giftopoulos. And Pushkarev's going to get some top 4 time. See what he's capable of doing here. But Pettinger's looking amazing. Like, he's already ready for top 2. And he and McAvoy would be amazing together. But we can't have Hughes down. So that's like a next year move. And fuck me, now the right side decides they don't want to grow anymore. And we have even more of a logjam. I have to play... So frustrating, man. It's so frustrating. And, yeah. Well, I'll show you guys what's happening in the AHL, too, because that's a big log jam as well. The power play. We're going Brodziak here, because he's got third line Titan listed as second line, so we want to give him extra ice time as much as we can. Pasternak, Gavin, Hughes, and Stone. And that's going to be the first power play unit. With, obviously, Gavin distributing, Pasternak finishing, Hughes puck carrying. And then these... Jesus. Menu lag. Second power play unit, Burke's going to be net front. CynFtWProductions, Middlestat, Rubrek, and McAvoy. And this is going to be Middlestat distributing, CynFtWProductions finishing, Middlestat also puck carrying. Again, we have power forwards on the net front. Still trying to get them some friggin' X factors here. No one cares about the 4-man. Penalty kill. I messed with it a little bit, but not too much. Roslovic and Stone on the first unit, then Trenin and Ruzicka. Getting Vieno in here. I don't want to use too many OFDs up top, you know. Then Middlestat, CynFtWProductions, and then also Pushkarev. This will kind of be our counterattack PK. 3-man, Roslovic, Trenin, and then leaving Middlestat there. I know it's a hefty minus, but whatever. It's 3-man PK. 4-on-4. We're going with Gavin here, because again, this guy's now listed as first line. We want to give him extra ice time here and there, so he's, you know, getting top power play now, etc. so forth. He'll be playing with Pasternak. Hughes, McAvoy, obviously. Defensive pairings will be the same as 5-on-5. Middlestat, CynFtWProductions, and then Borodziak and Rubrek. Burke can sit out because he's getting 5-on-5 top 6 time. That's kind of the logic behind all that. Forward pairings will be the same here in the 3-on-3. Then you got Hughes, McAvoy, and Pushkarev. Pasternak, Hughes as the extra attackers. And then the shootout lineup, only thing I did was switched out McAvoy with CynFtWProductions. So there you are. Those are the lines. Of course, Samsonov with Kuhuta, who jumped to 84, but is listed as backup. I'm guessing that's going to change. But still, he's only 22. We don't want to put it all in his hands yet. The only issue is now, I forgot, like, I don't like this about the game, where in the free agency, it'll say certain people are exemptions, but then the second that you get into this, it changes them. So we have a lot of guys. So I'm having to sit Greaves to get Clark some playing time. It'll be fine for Greaves. He's done growing. Again, it's not ideal. But then we also have this Beecher guy who's sitting. Tucker, yeah, we need to trade him. Hextall we could probably trade. It's a winger playmaker. Yeah. I'm thinking trade Hextall and Tucker for sure. McMillan's a 2-way, but he's a low 6. He's on pace, and he looks good, but I don't know if I would sub anyone out for him, is the problem. So we don't really need anything. So when we make a trade, it's just going to be likely for picks or for garbage. And I think we should just make that trade now. Find someone who wants Hextall and Tucker. There you go. They got to have roster spots for him. The Ducks want them both. Well, they want one of them, which is good because they won't tell us about. And just get a first off of them easily. Oh, they'd have too many skaters. Do you have any true exemptions? Oh, they won't count as skaters, duh. Oh, wow. Pareko. I'm hoping to find someone with like a year who is kind of garbage that we'll just be able to forget about. They don't really have anything like that though. And I don't necessarily want to take on Pareko's cap. I mean, I could. There's no I can't actually. Though they want to give him up. But yeah, I'm gonna be over cap if I do that. Let's yeah. All right, maybe not Anaheim. Let's look at Arizona. Those has a seller that's not as good. Anaheim. Or Chicago, whatever. I'm just going to grab this first because, yeah, let's be honest. All right. So we just got rid of those guys for a thing. Chicago, if that pick loses value, who the hell cares? Those guys were... Hextall might become something Tucker's not. So whatever. Just get him out of here. All right, and then that kind of clears up a lot of the logjam. We only got one guy sitting who you could argue you might benefit from playing. I'll look again if he has a spot. This guy's like a center playmaker, but he's decent. You could sit Doused, really. He really boosts up the chemistry for that line, though. That's why I have them where they are, so... Honestly, screw it. We'll have a low 6 sitting. That's not the biggest of deals. Alright. Yeah, because it did that thing where they showed as exemptions, but then the turnover with the rosters coming in. Or, you know what I mean. all the jumps and stuff happen, then it switches them, so that's always interesting. Anyway, these are going to be the lines. I'm going to check on that McAvoy extension again. And let's see what he may want, essentially. Still about the same amount. Which is a pretty absurd amount. If he did a 3-year, that's the lowest. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. The man's a 93 overall. He's probably worth it. I'm just trying to think. It's under 13. It would be this. 12,775 for 3 years. Probably doable. Then you gotta think about what Pasternak's gonna want. Next year we have 38 million, but we have most of the guys locked in. There's some other extensions gonna be coming up. But if you look, we have most of our guys on some form of extension, so really we can do it. So let's go ahead. And hope he signs for it. But he should. Yeah, 3-year extension. We don't go too crazy. So we'll take him up till he's 34, 35-ish. And we could even still decide on Hughes later on. I mean, Pettinger's ready for top 2. The issue is, it's that now our right Ds are screwing around. So we'll see about Giftopoulos and the other guy. I don't know, they look like they're maybe capping out, which is not really what we wanted. Again, if we have to make a trade, we'll make a trade. But I'm going to play it as it is, because this is a good defensive core. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 and 6. Like, it's a good defensive core. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll get the McAvoy extension in there. He is our captain right now. I did want to show you guys. I haven't given him a letter yet, because I want to see if it stays. But Brodziak's listed as a leader. So that's nice. We'll see. He will likely get a letter if he stays at that. Okay. Let's see what's gonna happen. I want to make sure I didn't have rotations off, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. I might have. No, it's on still. I couldn't remember what happened in the playoffs here. Alright, rotations on. Everything's good. Let's see how we start this season off here. Nope. Get that out of here. Let's clear some of this out. We made a nice trade to free up some roster slot space at least, and get rid of some excess. I don't need trades popping up. I know what I need to do. Alright. McAvoy extended. So he's locked in for 3 more years after this one. Now, the big question is, how are we going to perform here come the regular season? Well, that's a pretty good start. Yeah, we don't need anyone off waivers. Oh yeah, that's a really good start. Oof. A lot of goals against in that game. Alright, we've been oh, wait a sec. That was a interesting little, yeah, you've been saying good year for rookies forever. I mean, damn. That's a defenseman. Head coach replaced player. Come on, win those last 2. 18, 5, and 1. There's a couple iffy games in there, like defensively. But We're the first place team in the NHL, so you can't really complain about that. Pasternak's 10 points above point per game. And we're seemingly down. Oh my god. 4-2-1, 2-5-4. Yep. Oh my god. 27.8. And penalty kills actually crushing it too. Everything is clicking right now for the Boston Bruins. So Pastrnak 34 points, CynFtWProductions point per game, Stone point per game, Gavin just under, Middlestad just under, Burke 18, Rubrek 16, Brodziak 12, but 9 goals. Roslovic 12. Everyone's a plus. Hughes is kicking ass. Him and McAvoy are just an unreal pairing. I mean, look at their plus minus. They're 24 games. They're on pace for plus 60 each. And everyone else seemingly kicking some ass as well. Samsonov is crushing it in the starter role right now. And splitting time relatively evenly with Kuta, who doesn't have as good as stats, but I like that he's getting playing time because he jumped up to an 86. Holy shit. Is he actually going to take over? Do I have to? Okay, we're going to check another month here. And I might have to switch to manual rotations, especially if the guy who's not performing as good is getting more time. Yeah, let's go another month, and then it was, what, 15 and 11? How many games played do we have? So, no, it would have been... I fucking forgot. Let me check that real quick. I want to know how many games played, because I need to know what the split's gonna be. I probably could have went to edit lines, but whatever. It is... Yeah, it is. Well, yeah, okay. It is 15 and 11. It's because, you know, relief efforts. Alright, so 15 and 11. Let's go one more month here. And I'm gonna see what the split is on that. Because honestly, I want Samsonov playing more right now. And at this point, we have so much... I'm just gonna let Auto Scout do everything. I can't be bothered to scout at this point. I don't care enough. We have a stacked prospect pool. We have a stacked team. I feel like this looks like Kuta's getting the majority of the starts here, just with the way the goals against are happening. But I don't know. We'll see. Let's get Caden Price back in there. (28, 7 and 1). CynFtWProductions taking over. Interesting. Are we just getting more spread scoring now, or what's happening? Good God. Our special teams is out of this world. What the hell happened to Pasta right there? Okay, he's still up there, but major drop off. Brodziak is a bit disappointing right now, especially with power play. Well, he's 0.5 point per game, which isn't awful. Roslovic, yeah, third line has dropped a lot, but everyone's a plus, so it's like... Oh, god damn, and that might be a part of the reason. Look at both defensemen kicking ass. Yeah, Kuta's playing more, and I can't... He's got 9 games played in that period, while Samsonov only had 4. Fuck. And he's obviously not doing as good. I have to manually rotate, which is not what I freaking wanted at this point. Because it takes a long time, but that's what we're going with here. I need Samsonov to play more. He's the starter. And it does this weird thing where I don't know how it judges that. I wish it would go based on their stats, but the game's not smart enough for that, apparently. So we have to rotate ourselves here. But yeah, it's quite clear who the better goaltender is. And we'll see. We'll go by how they play and such now, but yeah. Samsonov. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to look for back-to-backs here and try to end on those. Well, it's quite a few games without a back-to-back. We can go up to this one. It's a lot of games, but Samsonov needs to catch up. We'll see how he does in this stretch. I'm going to give the whole stretch to him. Yeah, pretty good. I mean, our record's insane. Oh, we got 2 back-to-backs here. What I could do is give Homeboy 2 in a row. So I'm going to do that. Let's give one more to Samsonov. And then we'll get Kuta in here for 2 in a row. And then make the switch. Make the switch again, I should say. Come on. Thank you. Ugh. Especially with the menu lag, this is annoying. Well, what can you do, man? Oh, we have even another back-to-back coming up, whatever. Good performance from Kuta. Another one. But can't give him a back-to-back. Santavari and Pasternak keep duking it out for the team leading points. Alright. I'm not going to do advanced day. It's going to take way too long, especially with how the menus are acting. It's insane. Yeah, I'll give him 3 in a row. Oof. Tough one right there. Providence listed. Oh, that sucks, man. That's one of our grinders that we were hoping to grow. Ah. Ooh. Ooh, not great. Not great right there from Samsonov. But again, he's still our starter here. Good gracious. God, the frickin'. This is why I didn't want to have to do this. They still haven't figured out the menu lag problem. He's so good. Like, when we're doing it like this, Kuta is all of a sudden kicking ass, but, like, it seemed like he didn't benefit from too many starts in a row, so we're gonna continue to give that to him. It's just more sheltered minutes, essentially. Alright, Samsonov, you're gonna get, like, a lot of games here, honestly. Yeah. We're right up to here. Prove your worth. Huh. Come on! We know who will go in there, and it's a mild concussion. He'll be right back. Oof. Samsonov. At this point, I'm willing to just switch back and let Kuta take over, because Samsonov has been slacking here. Hey, Borodziuk gained an X Factor. No contest. Burke hasn't yet, but Borodziuk gained an X Factor. I was like, what +2? Is it? It'll still be +2 if I wanted to put Rosovic in the middle. Because he's more of a centerman, anyway. How's Rubruck doing? Not great. Let's try that. We'll get Borodziuk over there, Rubruck on the one time with Rosovic in the middle. See how that works. Come on, Samson. I don't know, Samsonov. Your numbers have fallen off a cliff getting all these games played, and Kuta's taken over. I'm gonna go back, I think, to auto rotations here and just let them sort it out between themselves. Because Samsonov's numbers have fallen off a cliff. And I cannot be asked to do like a 3-2 split. That's gonna take so goddamn long, so... what the fuck? Why'd I go this way? Auto-rotate back on. Alright. Whatever happens, happens at this point. Let's just go up to the deadline. We'll check on the games played. We'll check on the numbers at that. Oh, it's right here. And I know I didn't check on growth, but I was more concerned about the goalie situation. We'll check on it here at the deadline. We'll get more info. Liston's back. Good. He would be right here where Beecher is. Forrest is ready for fourth line. Liston, get you back in there. I think he was always at 76. Yeah. And Forrest did always have that X factor. Oh. Alright, let's go, boys. Not great before the deadline. Oh my god, that's awful before the deadline. I think we were too good. The game was like, fuck you. Time for you to lose a bunch in a row because you're doing too good. Alright. But we are by far the first place team. Not that that's great. Our goal scoring fell off a lot. That's unfortunate. That being said, we're still first in the NHL. Defensively, that did fall off a bit too, but we're top 3. Power play, top power play by a wide margin, nearly 2%. Penalty kill is top 5, so we're top 5 in literally everything. Even shorties. Alright, individually. CynFtWProductions. 70 points, man. Ooh, whoa. First line. Why the fuck are you guys not plus a bunch? What's going on here? That's bizarre. 70 points, 65. Gavin was 63. Stone 58. Burke 57. Middlestat 56. Brodziak 37. Rubrek 36. It's okay. A lot of it's from the power play. Again, Rosovic doesn't have power play time, but when you look at those numbers, considering, yeah, they're not going to be close to what they did last season. Again, it's not the same combination, and maybe Brodziak Rubrek isn't exactly the duo, right? The trifecta worked, but I don't know. I felt someone had to go up, and Burke is now at 87, so hard to argue. Vieno and Giftopoulos are slight minuses, but everything else is looking very good. And neither goaltender really doing that great. And it does seem like Samsonov's getting the majority of the starts, but fine. If it wants to rotate like this, that's cool because it's not like Kufta's doing any better. Ugh. So clearly my idea for the goaltending coach is not working too well. God damn it. Hopefully, well, at least we know Kufuta's grew, so I mean, fuck it. He's up to an 86. Oh, CynFtWProductions actually still growing. Stone's declining a bit, that's alright. Yeah. Oh yeah, he grew quite a lot. CynFtWProductions even gotten a bit more natural growth, which is, honestly wasn't expecting it at this point. Defensive awareness, his awareness is really... Yeah, just his awareness is not a whole lot. In the system here. Just gonna go by this. Henley, slow growing, but again, he was just drafted. Those high overall 18-year-olds sometimes don't grow too much. He's grown a little bit. Bladder. That's a lot of growth. Oh, never mind, not that much. Mostly goalies. McLeod, who cares? Cone. He's probably done. For the most part. Arnott. Ooh. Well, there's a righty. Hey, are you gonna grow beyond 81 overall? Hopefully. He's last year in the juniors, so please. That would let us let go of Hughes. If he's actually ready. But again, I'm also nervous about putting too many young guys in the lineup when we are trying to win a cup, especially on the defensive end. But that's a lot of prospects, a lot of growth. Forrest actually hasn't grown. And I'm not seeing... Okay, Liston... A little bit. Alright. Well, it is good growth overall. Which is... what you want to see, I guess, still. And it's looking like... With McAvoy going to be locked in. With Pettinger clearly ready for top 2 time. Hughes is, you don't need any more. If someone's not ready for the top 4 alongside Pushkarev, we're gonna trade for someone. We're not waiting anymore. You know, we're not being patient with Gafdophilus or Holloway or fucking whoever that guy is in the CHL. No more patience. You got to be ready and you got to be good, or else we're making trades and we're bringing the pieces in. So yeah, I would still like it if Pushkarev could be top 2, because that would give us a great option in Pettinger to lock it down in the... Oh god, the lag is scaring the shit out of me. I feel like I'm gonna crash again. So yeah, I don't think we're bringing back Hughes. He was only supposed to be 10. We're not spending that much on 2 defensemen. I know that. I know it's not, like, awful, but damn. Like, Pettinger's on an insane deal considering he's now an 89. Pushkarev's on more of a bridge just to see what he's gonna become. Yeah, I think we let Hughes go. But this is a freaking great year for us to have a chance to win a cup. I mean, look at this. We got 286 goalies. 286 overall goaltenders. I don't even know. I don't think we do anything at the deadline. I might move for an additional depth piece. Oh, fuck you, Hag. Being listed as top 6 all of a sudden when you've been depth the whole time. Like, we could move for another depth piece, just in case. But I like how this team looks. I like how they're performing. And we have a lot of things that we could shift in and out throughout this lineup. I mean, Rubrak can play anywhere in the top 9, simply. Rozovic, we know he can, you know, kind of move up and down as needed. Brodziak, you know, he's not great on the first line, but you probably aren't going to mess with that first line too much. And if you do, you're maybe switching... I don't know, but... Oh, Stone's even losing X Factors now, fucker. Whatever. We're getting what we need out of him. He's having a solid season, and I'm weirded out because I'm like, why are the plus minus is low? And you have fucking Mark Stone on that line. Whatever, though. I don't know. I don't think we make a move, but I'll get your guys' input. What would you even improve? How do you even improve this? I don't know. It's a very, very tough call. So let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next one.